Hello ladies, this is my second attempt to make this video because yesterday unfortunately I made it the first time and processed it on my computer just to find out that actually I forgot to show you a piece of it because it has so many folds and then secret spots that actually I didn't find them. So here we go. This is my how to call it, a gypsy girls book of treasures. So where to start? It is closing here, though I planned to have it closing here, but because there were so many beautiful things here, I didn't want that bow that it will create to hide all this beauty on it. So that's why I am closing it here. Book of Treasures, you probably know that the gypsies, they used to be nomads and they used to travel through different countries. So this would be like a gypsy girl's book through all their traveling that she was collecting through those countries, or traded with some other travelers that they met, traded some kind of items. So this is like this book where she is keeping all her treasure things. So here I used some of the beads, boho beads that I made. It's from Tyvek, and I made these flowers from a wire and a nail polish. This is an Indian elephant, and here I made this mini book which contains actually pages of many different languages. Am I in frame? No, I'm in frame. So there is, I'm holding it upside down. Some of the pages are upside down. So there is Slovak, this is Indian, French, Polish, Dutch, Russian, Korean, Chinese. I thought I had also some Kazakhstanian here somewhere. So different kind of collection of different kind of languages. I made actually different book for this. It was this one that was supposed to be originally in there. I thought that it would, with the color, really nicely fit in, but unfortunately once I finished the book I found out that I actually, all the pages, all the letters, everything, the words, everything is upside down. So the book should be actually like this, but closure I made on the wrong side. So yeah, I had to make a new one, and this is the new one now. So let's open the book. This is going to be probably my longest video, but to get through the whole thing, it takes a little bit of time. So these dangles are supposed to just hang and fly around, but unfortunately I had to glue them down due to the fact that when the book is laying down and you are trying to close it, the gravity and of course all the dangles and everything naturally slides down, and it was then difficult, you know, when it was all bunched up, it was difficult to all close it, and it took a little bit of playing around to actually close it properly. So for that reason I glued them down. Here is just a tag that I made, and here is like a mini journal where you have your space for your journaling. Very simple one from coffee dyed papers that I have. This is like a doll that the gypsy girl could have collected in some of the Eastern European countries. Here is, this is holding it together. Here is one of my beads that I made from air drying clay. This is a fold that opens like this. So here we go. There is just a simple tag, and this is cross stitch feather that I made. So it's just I turned it into a tag. Here we have just another tag spot. This is a tapestry that I got in Poland, so it's like a mini tapestry. Here are just few tag spots. This is like English advertisement on a like a paper bag, paper, very nicely sounding the paper. And this is a wax paper tag with there is a train ticket, that vintage train ticket that were used in the past in Slovakia or former Czechoslovakia. So here on this top flip there is a tag spot. This is like a letter from a page. This is actually my Ecodite paper. Here we go. The story to this folding is actually during the World War II. The soldiers, Russian soldiers, they couldn't seal their letters to their families because they still had to be controlled. So for that reason, they also didn't have envelopes running around, so they just used this kind of folding to turn their letters into that kind of like a envelope, and that's how they used to be mailed during the World War II. This is just a simple envelope that I made. You can put some things in there. It's just tucked in here. Here is also a little envelope with one of those vintage train tickets in it. As simple as that. Give me a second to tie this. Trying to be quicker than in the previous video because it was very long. So then it here, am I all in frame? Yeah, I think so. So here is another place where you can put whatever you want to, either here or here. This is a tag that I made with a golden thread around in the tag spot here. Here we go. So we close this. This is just a pocket made out of fabric. Oh, here is one of those beads that I made. This is just a fabric tag spot. Here is the envelope that is in it, vintage envelope or old envelope, and there is it's like a love letter. I think this is in Ukrainian with a little bit of decoupage, and you can use the other side for your own journaling if you want to. Here it comes over here, and it just flips like this open. I didn't put anything on this because I really like the fabric, the way it looks. In the whole book I used photos of like in gypsy style. Those are my photos that I made of my models. All the girls on the photos gave me confirmation that I am allowed to use them for my projects, their photos, so I have the rights only for these pictures. This is just a flower as a tuck spot, and here is like an Indian style tag that you can journal on, and this is again one of my Ecodite papers that I'm sharing. excuse me, still a little bit sick. So this comes over here. Here we have just a simple text spot. This is flower postcard and one of, again, Eco-Dyed papers from my collection. Here is an envelope. There is a real vintage postcard. This is from 1948. It's from former Czechoslovakia. So that's from my grandparents' attic, where I found lots of treasures. Here are tag spots. This is like a copy of a tarot card that I turned into like a tag that you can write something on. Here also, this is another paper bag that you can put something in. Here is just a simple tag right now that you can write onto. Here, this is like a fabric that you can tack something behind, and I made this kind of a notebook for it, and I included their picture or pages or pieces of the notebooks that I actually bought on my vacation last year in Italy, and I collected lots of beautiful souvenirs from there. So I took from each of those notebooks one page and added it in here. Here is one of my Tyvek beads. Here is another vintage postcard, and this is just a piece of paper that I folded into an envelope, so you can use it for your own journaling. Here I really liked, I got this from someone in some art swap. It's a piece of wallpaper, and I really love the structure of it. I don't know if you can see it, so I really like how it looks, so I use it only as just a simple flap. Here under it there is another of my photos, and here that's just a few pages put together for you to have a space for journaling. Here we go. That's another page. Okay, it's like this. So this is it, and it opens. Here is again a place for your own journaling. It's right here. This is again like a flap to open. This goes off. This goes off. This is just a ticket here. So first we have here like a place for your journaling. It opens, and here I made again like a notebook where you can write your own notes. And here is also a place to add something in. I have placed there an old document from 1932. It's a vintage document, official document from the main office, that this teacher is a member of community for supporting poor students from the school, something in that sense. Then it opens like this. Here is also some kind of like a tapestry. I put a paper on the other side so you can use it actually for writing. Here we have bookmarks. These are from my Chinese collection that I have. Lots of bookmarks that I bought, like a whole package. So I thought that it would have a nice addition to this treasure book to have Chinese bookmarks, and you can use them as tags. I mean, to write on and keep them in there. So this comes back here. This closes this mini book, and here is this little ticket. Then it opens. Here we go. It opens like this. Here we have 2 tag spots. This is a card. So here is also another of the coffee dyed papers folded into an envelope, so you can journal on it. This is another vintage postcard here, and this is just a playing card that I have collected in Poland. They are really beautiful, those playing cards. I have a big collection. This is another envelope, and there is another flower postcard in it. There we go. Back in. This is like a belly band, so behind it you have these Asian, I don't know, Chinese, it was a decoupage, it was a napkin, and I made like a tag out of it. And this is actually like Viking Nordic runes that they used to use for writing. So she may have gotten that from some other traveler, for example. Here we go, another vintage postcard. This one is empty. And a little tag that I created for this. This is also a tag spot, so you can also tag something in here. So this is another part. So here we go. This opens like this. Here we have in this beautiful cross stitch. This is from my grandmother. I have quite so many of them that she used for decoration, so I got plenty of them, so I use them for parts of them for my work. This is like a Hungarian invoice, if I'm not mistaken. It's from 1914. It's a real thing. Another vintage postcard from Slovakia. And this is again just another of my coffee dyed papers folded into envelopes, so you can use it for your journaling. Okay. This needs to open this way, and here we go. I'm going to move. Can you see it all? I'm hoping you can see it all. So this is a playing card, all the Eastern European playing cards. This was from the handkerchief, and I made like a tag out of it. This is an old envelope that I just added a little bit of flower beauty on it. Here is a tag spot with again one of my photos. This is like a confirmation from the post office about sending some documents. It's a vintage, real vintage paper. This is a little tag that I made. On the other side you have more space for journaling. So that's one. Now carefully, yeah, it's already falling off. So this is the other side. This is the other side. This is a wallpaper that I turned into this little tag, so you can write on it. Here is another of my photos with a paper on it, so you can journal. Yeah, in the frame. This is just a ribbon covering here a little tag spot, and this is also from the post office, 1936, a confirmation document, and this was a free printable ticket that I thought would be nice addition to this. So it closes like that. Here we go. So, and we have here a little dangly things. The coins are also here glued because also for the same reason they were turning around and I couldn't close the book properly, so for that reason I kind of had to glue them. So here we have, this is a flap which is filled with different kind of different kind of playing cards. I have a big collection, so I just threw some random cards in here for you, so you can see and do something with it, because I thought that, yeah, gypsies, you know, they used to, I like the backs of these cards, because gypsies, they were also famous for their fortune telling from the cards, so I thought like she could have maybe collected or stole some cards from other nations that they were going around. These are old Eastern European, this is actually real vintage playing card, and also this one that I found in the collection of from my grandparents' attic. So, and here are still few more cards. Here we go. I did not distress them. I left them the original way as they are. If you want to use them yourself for some of your products, I did put note paper on this one because the back of the card was not really something nice, so it didn't suit to this style. So here we go. Here is like a belly band. This is also like a tag spot here behind this. This is also like a playing card. So, and there is another vintage postcard and another envelope. Here we go. So the envelope is empty. So here is also like a handmade bead and some wooden butterfly. And here the last on the last page, what we have. Let's start with this paper fan. It's like in Asian style paper fan that I have made. Here we go, it opens like that, so please be careful. This is not a toy for kids, you can actually break it easy. It's still just a paper, so be careful when you are using it, please. I added this dangle on it, decorated it, so you can again close it. Be careful, slowly, to put it back, to close it back. So I have made multiple of these till I figured out the correct way or correct size, let's say. So it took me a while to get this together. Okay, I will tie it. I will tie it now so it doesn't fall. All right, here we go. So here we have scrolls. I have made multiple scrolls here. I will open, maybe this one is getting already loose. These scrolls, they have little seals, golden seals. This one has a red seal. You can journal on this, so I will just open one. Here we go. So you can journal over here. The other sides are mostly decorational. You just roll it. Oh. Okay, here we go. So you just roll it back. Again, be gentle. These are just handmade things, not toys for kids. You can just tie it back, so I just give it a 1 knot on each side as long as I have thread, so it doesn't untie or unroll the paper. Here we go. This one is a double roll, as you can see. It has also many languages on one side. This one has an elastic on it, so it opens like this. Here we go, and you just need to roll it back once you're done with journaling on it, and roll the other side, roll them back together, and then you should just get this through so they do not roll apart again, and it holds it together, and you just tuck it back. So that's one thing. Here are also those scrolls, but the smaller versions. Here I have added few little vials with like a glitter on it. I mean, you know that gypsies, they also like glitter and nice shiny things. So 3 vials, and here is a free space. I mean, you can add your pencil in it or whatever else that can fit in here. Here is, that's a matchbox that I covered with some nice paper. This is actually a jewelry for your foot. I will just try to show on my hand, not on my foot. I think it's clear that this would be your toe, where it goes on your toe, and this goes around your ankle, and you can wear it on your foot in the summer, I suppose. And it's also very pretty on hand. So I mean, if you are skilled enough, you can just cut it, make this shorter, and use it for your finger and use it for your wrist and wear it on your arm. So it's up to you. So this is Gypsy Girl's little box of jewelry that she owns. Here we go. So, and I think, no, it's not it yet. Here there are still tuck spots. There are 2 of them, 1 and 2. So from the top you can see them, and there are little journals hidden for your, again, personal journaling, and you can put whatever you want in there. This is like a book of spices. I just printed some free printables for spices and added them there. That's one, and here is another one. Excuse me, I'm still sick. So here is one, another one, and it's just a little bit of decoupage in. So they are here from the top. So I think this is it. My advice for closing this, because as you see, it's chunky and there are still many things that can, if you try to close it like this, those beads will be leaning sideways and maybe blocking you or causing damage, ripping something off. So it's better if you stand it like this, let the gravity take everything that is hanging to hang down, and then it's much easier to close it. So you take this to its place, and now wrap it around and go to the back to close it. That's the easiest way. So that's the chunky book of Gypsy Girls Treasures. I think that's all. Thank you for watching. Bye.